Rational numbers. Our objective today is to compare and order rational numbers. Our only new vocabulary is rational number. A rational number is a number that can be written as a quotient of two integers, where the divisor is not 0. Quite simply, this is a number that can be written as a fraction. This includes fractions, integers, terminating decimals, and repeating decimals. An example of what we're going to do today, we're going to compare -1/2 and -3/4. So let's look on a number line. Since our numbers are both negatives, I'm going to put 0 at the far right, and they're both between 0 and -1, so I'll put -1 right there. We'll cut this into fourths. Now, since negatives work the opposite way of positives, closest to 0 is -1/4, -2/4 or -1/2, and then -3/4 down here. So I've got -1/2 right about here, and -3/4 right about here. If you remember, the number further to the left is smaller. That means that -1/2 is greater than -3/4. Now it's your turn. Compare -2/3 and -1/6 using a less than, equal to, or greater than. On our number line, these are both between 0 and -1 again. Let's cut this into sixths. So I've got -1/6, -2/6, or -1/3, -1/2, which is -3/6, -4/6, or -2/3, and then -5/6. So -2/3 is right here, -1/6 is right here. Remember, the one further to the left is smaller, so -2/3 is less than -1/6. Now let's look at decimals. This first one is pretty straightforward. -4.4 and 4.7. A negative is always smaller than a positive. So -4.4 has to be less than 4.7. Now let's look at -4.4 and -4.7. If I draw my number line, these are both between -4 and -5. See if I've got -4.5 here. 4. All right, so -4.4 would be -4, -4.1, 4.2, 4.3. -4.4 is right there. -4.7 is right about here. So that means which one's actually smaller? -4.7 is smaller. So -4.4 is greater than -4.7. Now try this one, -4.2 and -4.9. We draw our number line between -4 and -5 again. Here's -4.5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4.2, -4.2 is about here. -4.9 is about here. So this should tell us that -4.2 is greater than -4.9. So the peaks of 4 mountains, or seamounts, are located either at or either below or above sea level, as follows: 1/4 of a mile, -0.2 mile, -2/9 of a mile, and 1.1 mile. Which list shows the order of numbers from least to greatest? So think about this for a second. Now, I know that any negative number has to be smaller than any positive number, so I can rule A and B out right away because they start with a positive. Now we want to determine whether -0.2 or -2/9 is greater. Well, let's write -2/9 as a decimal. So I take 2 divided by 9. 9 goes into 20 2 times, which is 18. With 2 left over, bring down my 0. 2 again, 18 with 2 left over. This is going to be 0.2 repeating. Stick my negative sign on the front. Now I need to determine if 0.2 repeating is greater than or less than -0.2. Well, let's look at a number line. I'm only going to go up to -0.5 here. So negative 0.2 is right here. Negative 0.2 repeating is like negative 0.22, which is going to be a little further this way. So I know that negative 0.2 is greater than negative 0.2 repeating, which, way back in my problem, tells me that negative 0.2 is greater than negative 2/9. So negative 2/9 must be the smallest. My answer is C. Your assignment is out of the textbook today.